All right, guys, hello and welcome. We're joined here by our good friend and trader, Charlie Burton of charlieburtontrading.com. We are going to talk about silver. Now, a lot of you ask me all the time about silver, and the reason actually I brought Charlie on here because there's a pattern forming that you quite like, Charlie. It's called Pebbles on a Pond. And we're going to talk about this pattern in just a few seconds. All right, guys, join us. Okay, welcome back. Charlie, how are you doing, by the way?
Yeah, very good, thank you. The markets are moving around a lot, so it makes things very interesting, doesn't it? So they're
Yeah.
moving all over the place. We're seeing like stock markets down, but we're seeing oil massively up, and
Yeah.
so there's all sorts of issues going on here at the moment, and sticky inflation and all of that. So yeah, it makes for interesting times.
Thanks, Charlie. In a previous video on silver, I said that if silver drops back down to that low that it formed, that multi-level support, yeah, exactly. Thanks very much for pointing it out. It's about 22 or 22.3, I think.
Hmm.
I said there's a pattern that Charlie Burton, I said this in my video, that you're quite fond of, pebbles on the pond. Maybe you can explain what that is, but basically, I said if that level breaks again, if the price comes down to that level again, it's very high probability we're going to break it, which could happen today or tomorrow. We shall see. What's your view, Charlie, on this pattern on silver?
Well, it's funny. I've been talking to my traders about this actually, and that you've literally thrown this at me. We don't pre-prepare
Yeah.
these interviews,
Yeah.
but yeah, the fact that we've made these three prior lows, I would expect silver to come back down and take those lows out, because there'll be a build up of stops
Yeah.
down below those lows. So I would expect price to take those down. But there's other stuff going on this chart as well, which we can talk about. We've been winding up within these two trend lines as well. So yes, I am looking for, like yourself, for these lows to get taken out. But in fact, over the medium term, I'm looking for this. If we do break these, I'm looking for that to be ultimately a false breakdown, and at
Oh,
some
really?
point, yeah, just because the seasonals, as we get into November, the seasonals should favor silver and gold, so we might have a bit of a run, but I'm still looking, by the time we get into sort of November and December, then we may well start coming back up again. So
Mm.
that's sort of the medium term, but in the near term, yes, more
Mm.
downside, yes.
My view is that if silver closes below that low of June, which is about 22, 22.25,
Hmm.
but that's that base. If it closes below that base, below 22 or 22.25, it would trigger a bear market from the perspective of the Dow theory. The Dow theory model would consider that as a reconfirmation of a bear market, because gold has already broken down. If we just look at the chart of gold has already broken down below its support.
Yep.
Yeah. So my view is slightly different. I think that if silver, and it's an if, it hasn't happened yet, but if silver was to break down below its June low, from the perspective of the Dow theory, it would reconfirm a bear market and risk would increase as long as it stays below 24. So if it gets back above 24, 24.5, then I would change my mind. It would not be a bear market. It would be a false break. But as long as it stays below 24, or the recent high we made in September, then I'm if silver breaks that 22.25, I think it would be very negative and bearish. It hasn't happened yet, just to point that out, but we shall see what happens. That would require confirmation. Let's see what happens. What's your view on silver in terms of resistance? What's the key resistance there on silver? Is it 24, 24.5?
Yeah, see this trend line here this is
Yeah.
just on the daily chart. If I take us out to the monthly, you really see
Yeah.
the importance of this trend line, because this is going back to that 2011 high. I remember you and I doing a webinar back in 2011 about gold, but we won't go on about that
Sure,
now.
sure.
But I remember talking with a group of traders at that point. But this is a long-term trend line here. So if I now take us back to the daily chart, that's that trend line.
Yeah.
If we get back through that trend line, that's a major break. I know we've had a few attempts. Talking of pebble on a pond, we've got pebble on a pond against the
Yeah.
trend line here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Multiple attempts. So if we get back up, funny enough, it just so happens to be around your 24 or so level that you're talking
Yeah.
about. But if we get back up to there, I would look for a major break.
So I guess would you agree with me that if people want to get bullish on silver, they probably would be a safer bet to wait until we break that level, 24.5.
Yeah. Yeah,
level.
that's the more conservative approach of doing it. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to be more conservative, more cautious, a break of that level would be better than just to try to catch a bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens. Should be interesting. Just to mention, guys, do check out Charlie Burton's service, his gold level membership. Charlie also runs a trading room. Really suggest that you check it out. And by the way, you can actually access. I think are we still running a discount, Charlie?
I think so. Yeah, we are.
So
yeah.
we're still. I think Charlie's still running a discount on his gold level membership. Check it out. The link is in the description. I believe it's charlieburtontrading.com/LT gold. Again, I'll put the link in the description for you guys. Do check it out. Again, take it for a test drive. I think you'll be very much pleased with the service that Charlie provides, which is mostly currency based as well. Can you just summarize for everyone in just a minute what you provide and what people get from your service?
Yeah, I'll try. So, yeah, the hub of the community, it's really a trading community. The hub of the community is the trading room. I'm about to go in there in a minute. So I run several sessions per day, right from the early morning session. We're recording this early. And then we do training sessions and live news-based sessions if there's news out, every day of the week, 5 days a week. And and every session is recorded as well. A lot of my members, they have full-time jobs as well, so they can't all be there live. And I have people all around the world, people in the States, people in Australia. They can't always be there live, so they can pick up the recordings as well. And any trades I take, I post all those trades so people can see all the trades that I'm taking as well. So it's a real community of learning, education, and watching what I do as well. So it's multifaceted.
Thanks very much, Charlie. Really appreciate it.
Much appreciated. Thanks for having me on.